Hey guys, I want to jump right into your 5 tips to break free from feeling exhausted and tired and stuck, and to get more energy and have easier manifestations. But before we get into those, I just want to explain to you why this is really important. Because law of attraction is all about like attracts like, right? And energy, good energy, is usually high energy, joy, excitement, positive expectation, feeling good. That's usually energized feelings. And so if you feel tired, it's going to be really hard for you to get to those higher vibrations. Tired usually goes with depressed, frustrated, anger, and things like that. I'm not saying you can't be tired and at peace. You can be, but more than often you're going to feel the lower vibrations and be attracting those into your life when you're tired. So good, like high energy, is very equivalent to easier manifestations and a better life. So you always want to do the best you can to have high energy, which most people tell you it's about eating right, eating properly, and being around the right people and stuff like that, and exercising, which all of that stuff helps. But I have something that's going to be different for you, that's going to be a lot I think it's going to go a lot deeper and help you a lot more. And it's helped me, because everybody gets tired and feels stuck sometimes. But as master manifestors, as conscious manifestors, we have tools that can help us, that we have to remember and use from time to time. So tip number 1 for us is go to sleep before 10 p.m. Going to sleep before 10 p.m. I got that from Ayurveda. Ayurveda, there's these cycles. It's Pitta, Vata, and Kapha. I'm not sure if it's in that order, but these are cycles of the day, and it correlates with the time of the day. And if you do certain things at certain time of the day, things will be easier for you. And one thing is sleeping. So I think it goes with the cycle of like the sun, like the sunrise and sunset and things like that. So Kapha time ends at 10 p.m. And you can look up Kapha and Pitta and Vata for more information, stuff like that. But Kapha ends at 10 p.m. And I actually got this from a long time ago. I read this book by Deepak Chopra called Perfect Health or something like that. And he talks about the doshas. And if you go to sleep before 10 p.m., if you're sleeping in your bed before 10, I don't mean like, oh, I'm going in my bed at 10 o'clock, I'm laying down. No, you are sleeping before it reaches 10. You are in the natural cycle of this Ayurvedic cycle of when you're supposed to sleep, and you're supposed to have the most restful sleep and wake up refreshed and wake up early. You'll wake up early, like somewhere between like 4 and 6 a.m. Now, if you're super exhausted, because you've had a long time of doing all the opposite of all these things on this list, or for whatever reason, it's going to take you some time to catch up. So as you start going to sleep before 10 p.m., you're not going to naturally wake up. Most likely, you're not going to naturally wake up at 5 or 6 in the morning at first, because you're still catching up on sleep. But as you keep doing it, you will be shocked to see how quickly you wake up at 5 and 6 o'clock, especially if you didn't feel like you were a morning person. All of a sudden you become a morning person and you start waking up early without even trying, So and let me just say this before we go any further. This is not for everybody. This message is for the people that's supposed to have this message. So everybody's different, and some things will help other people and some things won't. But there's many people out there that if they follow these tips, it will change your life. You will have more ease, you'll have more energy, you will manifest all of your desires a lot easier. So to continue going on, so like I said, the first tip is to get to sleep before 10. I get in my bed at 9 o'clock, and then at 9 o'clock I start settling down. Maybe I'm reading, maybe I'm doing a gratitude list or something like that, and by 9:30 I'm laying there with my eyes closed, ready to sleep. And this was an adjustment because we have kids, and the kids go to sleep like 7, 8, and then we want to have time up to to watch movies or do whatever as a couple. And I just started to realize it wasn't worth it, because what happens at around 9, 10 o'clock when you become tired and stuff like that, you want to start snacking. You gain weight because you start snacking and things like that. A lot of times that's when people start worrying and stressing and things like that, because as your energy decreases, it's harder for you to keep a positive mindset, you know. So it's just try it out. So let me get into number 2. So number 2 is correlates with the going to sleep early, is doing a gratitude list before you go to bed. So I'm in my bed around 9 o'clock, 9:15, something like that. I'm doing my gratitude list. I do 10 things I'm grateful for. And as I close my eyes, I'm thinking about all the things I'm grateful for. Either if it's either great things I'm grateful for that I already created, or things that I want to create that I'm grateful, that I'm feeling great gratitude for now. Because whatever you go to sleep with simmers in your subconscious and you wake up with. If you go to sleep stressed and angry, you're going to wake up stressed and angry. And the number one thing with regaining your energy and being unstuck is to stop stressing yourself out, you know? So you want to have good thoughts. Good thoughts energize you, right? So doing a gratitude list or feeling any type of gratitude or positive emotion as you fall asleep is what Neville Goddard preaches the most, and will help you a lot with your energy levels and being unstuck. Number 3 is exercise. So we don't want to have too much exercise. If you're not exercising already, we don't want to have too much exercise. You want to do something like walking in nature, like walking in a park, just walking outdoors. Being in nature is very revitalizing to your body and your soul, you know. And mindfully walking, you know, walking and being there, not walking and being on your phone, not walking and, you know, and worrying about something, but walking and being there while you're walking, mindful walking, looking at the trees, feeling the sun on your body, you know, just being in every step. So 5 minutes of walking will give you energy, will give you exercise, and it'll help you to be mindful. And if you do it in nature, it's also helping to revitalize your body. If you do too much exercise in the beginning, exercise is good, but if you do too much exercise in the beginning, you'll feel tired in the beginning. Eventually, you know, you'll start feeling the energy from exercise, but you'll feel very tired in the beginning, and it may make you stop because you're like, this is just making me more tired. So I say to do 5 minutes of exercise in the beginning, and as you keep doing it every day, trust me, you will want to do more. As you keep going along, after doing 5 minutes of walking, you're gonna want to start running, you know, or you're gonna want to start doing 15 minutes. It's naturally gonna, you know, you're gonna want to do more, and you will do more. And you can, if you're consistent, you'll eventually work your way up to our gym workouts, if that's what you really want, you know, without you ever trying, you know. It'll naturally flow that way, and you'll naturally feel energized the entire way and inspired. And remember, you know, for working out, this is like a lifelong thing, you know, so it's not something you need to rush. So so that's number 3. Number 4 is the most major thing. If I had to pick 2 things that was the most major, it would be number 1 and number 4. Number 1, going to sleep before 10 o'clock. Major change in your life. Getting up, going to sleep early and waking up early changes everything, especially if you get up early and you do things like, you know, go walk in nature. You do 10 things you're grateful for, and maybe you journal about, you know, any problems you have and ask for clarity, or make plans for the rest of the day, or whatever have you. But you get your energy and your mind straight first thing in the morning, and you go after your day, instead of getting up and being like rushing to get to work, or, you know, or being like kind of like chaotic in the morning. You don't want chaos in the morning. Chaos in the morning creates more tiredness. So going to sleep early, getting up early, and having an organized, positive day. But anyway, number four is to resist Nhat. This is the most important thing, even more important than number 1, but these 2 work together well. Like, I could have made a list of just 2 things, but, you know, YouTube, 5 things sounds better to most people, right? A list of 5 things, but resist Nhat. When you resist what you are, when you have resistant thoughts, when you resist the moment, when you like, let's say for instance you're working out and you don't want to do this workout, and you're like, oh, I hate this workout, I don't want to be here, and all these things are going through your head, and what you're doing is you're making your workout so much harder. you're taxing your mind and your body. Instead, if you turned around your mind and actually just, let's say, surrendered, and you're like, okay, it is what it is, I'm going to do this, that workout will be a lot easier. And if you were positive and said, you know what, I'm going to crush this workout, let's get this, then the workout will be even easier, and then it'll be also empowering. So my cousin sent me this thing a long time ago. I think he's a monk, that talked about how people will be at work all day, sitting behind a desk, come home, and the kids will be jumping up and down and be like, let's play. And they'll be like, oh, I'm so tired, I can't play. And he says, how is it that these people behind the desk all day are exhausted when they come home, and your kids have been out playing with their friends at school, doing those activities, running all over the place, and then they're home with you, and they still have all this energy, and you're exhausted? And I remember back in the day when I used to work out a lot and I ate super, super healthy, which is a good thing. I'm not saying it's not good, but when I did that and I thought it was all about the physical, I thought that's how I got my energy. And I did get a lot of energy from there. But the mind trumps everything. So if your mind is not right, if you are resisting a lot of your life, you will be exhausted no matter how much you work out and how well you eat. So those kids are not having any resistant thoughts. Those kids are having fun. They're free. They're enjoying their life. And this person is at their desk working, resisting the whole day. I can't stand this. I don't want to do this. I want to get out of here. And that's what's making you tired, is the mental resistance making you tired. And that same person will be tired all the time. Then all of a sudden you go on vacation and you're filled with energy, you're like so happy, and you're doing everything. You're going kayaking and surfboarding and blah 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 and zip lining and all this stuff. Why? Because the resistance has gone, and you're totally thrilled mentally, like, oh my god, I can't wait to do this, I'm excited to do this, all this. So energy is very mental. So as you go through your day, you want to realize, you want to be conscious of what you're thinking and what you're resisting. Are you resisting your body? Do you not feel good in your body? Do you feel like, oh, I'm overweight, and I don't, or I don't like how my body looks, or a part of my body looks, or I don't like how I feel, and things like that? That's resisting your body. Accept your body. Accept, breathe. I love and accept myself fully. Let go of that resistance. You don't need the resistance to change. You don't need to you don't need to resist and feel bad about yourself to make a change, to eat healthier, to work out, and what other things. You don't need that. It's unnecessary. All it's doing is making you tired. You're fighting with yourself all day when you're resisting. You resist your body. You resist your work. You resist your partner. Oh, I can't stand her. I can't stand him. This is not working, things like that. Accept them and let them go, or accept them and work together to make it better. Or I don't like my apartment, or I don't like where I live, or I don't like this. All of that is resistance. All of that is fighting with yourself. There's only 3 things you can do. You can accept it, you can change it, or you can leave it, right? If you can't leave it and you can't change it, then just accept it. But acceptance is a major thing, and this is a lifelong process. This is basically mindfulness. As you are mindful and you are aware of what's going on in your mind and your body, emotionally and thoughtfully, you start letting go of things that's not serving you. And if you want to get more into that practice, you can listen to Thich Nhat. He has like Peace in Every Step. He has a lot of books about peace and mindfulness. Also Eckhart Tolle's Power of Now. That's great for mindfulness and to remind you to be present and release those resistant thoughts. But that's one of the most major things I can stress. And lastly, tip number 5 is meditation. So I have a breathing meditation on this channel. I'll put a link in there for you. This is a 3-minute breathing in, holding it, breathing out. You do that 9 times, and that's around 3 minutes. And that can help you reset and recenter yourself, reconnect. And once you reconnect, you are relaxing your mind. And once you relax your mind, you are recharging your mind and your body. Your mind is filled with all those thoughts. The same thing going with resisting. You know, this actually helps with number 4. If you can do some kind of breathing practice or meditation practice, I do TM, which is 20 minutes. But like I said, I have the 3-minute breathing exercise, or you can find breathing exercises anywhere, or meditation exercises anywhere. Or even yoga practices, mindful yoga practices, not exercise yoga, but mindful spiritual yoga practices. But the meditation yoga to actually help Tai Chi, you know, to actually help you to become present and have time, you know, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes to relax your mind once or twice a day will help you to stay present and help you to like calm all the thoughts in your mind and reset yourself. And that will give you energy, and that will help you throughout the day to realize you become more aware as you meditate daily over and over and over. You start becoming more aware of what's going on within your body, your emotions and your thoughts. And as you feel them, then you can surrender them, let them go, and not resist. And so meditation will definitely help with number 4. And because number 4 is a major thing. That's just a daily thing to go through, you know. And even now you can think of like, is your shoulders relaxed? Like, relax your shoulders, breathe, relax your neck and your jaw, you know. That was resistance. Your shoulders was this, instead of relax here, you know. Relax your body, your mind follows, you know. So those are the 5 tips. Sleep before 10, gratitude before bed, a little bit of exercise like walking in nature, resist not, let go of all the resistance, and accept the moment, accept things how they are, and then you can work to change them or let them go. But fighting against anything mentally is not helping you. It's just exhausting you. And last, meditation to help you to become mindful, to help you to relax and not resist all the time. And I guarantee you, if you do these things, especially 1 and 4, you know, you add 5 in there, that'll be great too. It will change things, and you will have all type of energy, and you'll start manifesting and creating with ease, and things will start coming to you, and you'll just feel good. And most of all, out of everything, feeling good is the most important. Even if you didn't manifest anything, but you were filled with peace and joy, you wouldn't be complaining. You'd be living heaven on earth.